Inter Milan off the back of an excellent season, looking ahead to another. Here's Germán Burgos, the assistant manager of Atletico.
Incorporación más?
No lo sé, la verdad que no lo sé.
¿Y salidas tampoco?
No lo sé, tampoco.
Muy bien. Cerráis hoy una pretemporada que ha sido bastante intensa contra el Inter, Arsenal, PSG, equipos de entidad. ¿Cómo valoráis la pretemporada?
Yo creo que bien, como te dije antes, estamos contentos y esperando que empiece todo.
¿Ves a este Inter capaz de luchar por el Scudetto con De Vrij, Nainggolan, Lautaro?
Noi dobbiamo ambire a vincere più partite possibili, a vincere tutte le partite. Quando si va in campo l'obiettivo è sempre lo stesso. Nel nostro campionato ci sono 4, 5, 6 squadre che sono fortissime e che tutte possono ambire a vincere lo scudetto.
Ok, sta.
Well, a magnificent setting, the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. And for the likes of Diego Godin, who's got the captaincy now, of course, after Gabi ended his long association with the club. Diego Godin alongside Jose Jimenez, the two Uruguayans together at centre-half tonight. And for Atletico, they might be looking at Real Madrid without Ronaldo this season. Iniesta finishing up at Barcelona and thinking this could be our year.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job there, like you say, you know, but it is, maybe they're looking this year to see can we get closer. They went too far away last year, but they will be definitely looking at it with Ronaldo moving on from Real and Barca maybe rejigging it a little bit as well, Iniesta going as well, Neymar going as well, so maybe not as strong as they were previously, but they will look at that as a chance maybe getting closer to Barcelona.
Now there is João Miranda, who formed that wonderful partnership with Diego Godin. Scored the goal to win Atletico the Cup famously in extra time against Real Madrid. But Milan Skriniar, this young centre-half from Slovakia, who is really on the radar now. And at the other end, Mauro Icardi off a career best season, 29 goals. Huge for Spalletti that they managed to keep him.
Yeah, like you say, fantastic record since coming to Inter Milan. He scored, you know, bags of goals and, you know, a bargain at the price they got him for as well. So big season for him. He had big season for Inter Milan as well, because last year not in Europe gave them a little bit of a chance to concentrate in the league, but they're now in the Champions League, so they're attacking all competitions.
Now looking back at some previous results in the International Champions Cup already this year, Atletico had a 1-1 draw in Singapore with Arsenal, won that one 3-1 on penalties, lost 3-2 to Paris Saint-Germain, putting out a very young side, and Inter 1-1 against Chelsea, losing that one on penalties in Nice, beating Lyon by a goal to nil. Lautaro Martinez, who we saw there a few moments ago, who has come in, this exciting young Argentinian. He will be the foil to Icardi tonight, the number 10, who we expect to play in that number 10 role. Lautaro Martinez, intriguingly, last December had a medical at Atletico, ended up signing a new deal with Racing back in his homeland, but now new in for Inter, and big things expected of the 20-year-old who made his senior international debut back in March for Argentina. Just missed out on the cut for the World Cup finals. Maybe in hindsight that was no bad thing. There is the man for Atletico, Antoine Griezmann. Gets a little rest from the start tonight, no surprise given his summer exertions. What a few years it's been for him.
He's had a fantastic couple of seasons, like you say, culmination this year at the World Cup. He's a fantastic player and a big one for them to hold on to as well. Like you say, if they're going to get close to Barcelona, they had to hang on to him, Costa as well, and strengthen the squad. So he is a big player for Atletico Madrid.
Interesting one, far right, a picture just gone out of it. Antonio Candreva, and we understand the move for Keita Balda has been completed today, so he will be coming in for Monaco. Antonio Candreva was mentioned as part of that deal. There he is on the right hand side with the knee strapping. Our understanding was Candreva wasn't interested in the move to Monaco, so whether that has fallen through and it's just a straight cash deal, we'll wait and see. But Keita Balda, we understand, is on the way, the former Lazio youngster. So Atletico with the UEFA Super Cup to come in midweek. That will of course be against Real Madrid, a game taking place in Estonia and Tallinn. And the league opener August 20th away at the Mestalla against Valencia. Inter will start their domestic campaign tomorrow week at Sassuolo. it is time to bring the curtain down on what has been a fantastic 2018 International Champions Cup. 18 clubs competing across the US, in Europe and in Singapore. And now for the final game, a wonderful setting and two outstanding teams. Atletico Madrid against Inter Milan, live from the Wanda Metropolitano in Madrid. And who will come out on top here as João Miranda greets some old friends. Still an opportunity for Inter Milan to come out on top of the pile. Tottenham at the moment with 7 points and a +4 goal difference ahead of Dortmund. Inter would need to win this by 4 clear goals, and you can't imagine they will come to Madrid to face this Atletico side and come away with a result of that magnitude. But it's all about progression, with the new league seasons almost upon us, and for the two very experienced managers, Luciano Spalletti and Diego Simeone, it's another opportunity to have one final look. And the big guns are very much out in show tonight. And the captains won't be too far away from each other tonight either. Mauro Icardi and Diego Godin. Godin entering his 9th season at the heart of that Atletico Madrid defence since his arrival from Villarreal. Let's check on those starting 11s. Diego Simeone starts 7 of the side that began May's Europa League final win against Marseille. The exceptions: Juan Fran, who came in off the bench in that one; Felipe Luis, who gets the nod at left back; Thomas Partey in midfield; and 60 million signing Thomas Lemar, who is on the graphic as playing up front, though we expect Lemar on the left and Angel Correa in support of Diego Costa. Plenty of options in reserve as well, including the number 14, Rodri, back at the club from Villarreal. Inter's lineup doesn't include World Cup finalists Ivan Perisic and Sima Veršalko, or their new arrival Raja Nainggolan, all left behind in Milan to work on their fitness levels. But Marcelo Brozovic has made the trip, as has João Miranda, Brazilian, returning to the club where he spent 4 successful years before heading to Italy in 2015. Captain Mauro Icardi, off the back of a stunning 29-goal league season. That still wasn't enough to earn him a place in Russia with Argentina. Shrill blast of the whistle and off we go in Madrid. It is Inter who will get us underway, attacking from left to right in this first half. The two sides from whom big things are expected this season. For Inter Milan, as Pat Fenlon alongside me mentioned, no European campaign last season gave them the chance to concentrate on the league. It was taken right to the wire. They needed to beat Lazio on the final day to take 4th spot, and they managed to do that. The winning goal from Matthias Vecino in a 3-2 thriller, and so they are back in the Champions League and into the group stages this season. They've been away from it, top of their stature, for far too long, and of course Atletico will go hunting every trophy available again. Disappointment in the Champions League last season, didn't get out of the group, but more than made up for it in the Europa League.
Yeah, they certainly did. Like you say, it was a tough enough group, didn't get out of it, but well, you know, with some great games in the Europa League as well, and obviously culmination to the final win. But they're a very, very strong side, particularly at home. Be a real test for Inter Milan tonight.
It will be Inter's first Champions League group stage since 2011-2012. Have to watch Juventus and Roma and Napoli enjoy that competition. There's Felipe Luis outside of the left boot to Jose Jimenez. Bypasses Thomas Partey. Juan Fran on early, looking for the run of Lemar. Ushered back to Samir Handanovic. Of course, we should mention the goalkeeper as well, Handanovic, who retired 3 years ago after winning 81 caps for Slovenia, knowing of course that job was in safe hands with the man at the other end, Jan Oblak, coming through. And Oblak very much one of the top goalkeepers anywhere in the world right now.
Yeah, two very good goalkeepers, like you say, both very capable with their feet as well as their hands, which most goalkeepers nowadays have to be.
Flick on there from Costin. It was Correa giving chase. Tidied up. And then it's worked out to the left-hand side. Icardi. First touch for him. Strong tackle though by Jimenez. There is Thomas Partey. Well judged by Brozovic. Sliding in to win it back. Asamoah. Asamoah in after 6 years at Juventus. The last 3 or 4 of those though A bad knee injury in 2014, never really got back to full pelt, but the story is he's arrived at Inter in pre-season, has gone very, very well indeed. With no Perisic tonight, it's Asamoah down the left-hand side. There's the Brazilian Dalbert. Diego Simeone. In December it will be 7 years in charge. The man who revitalised this club. The Europa League in 2012, the Cup a year later, the League a year after that. Europa League again last season, and of course losing 2 Champions League finals in heartbreaking fashion to, of all clubs, Real Madrid. Signed a contract extension, Simeone, last September to 2020. Costa's on the charge. Ball slipped in by Lamar. Back towards Lamar again, that one breaks down. Picked up once more by Juan Fran. Lamar. He's always destined to move on from Monaco. The only unknown was his destination.
Yeah, and he's positioned himself nearly on the right-hand side of midfield tonight, which is unusual, normally on the left, and Correa looks like he's gone and just played off Costa a little bit maybe on that side, with Koke moving on to the left side of midfield. So doesn't matter where he plays, Lamar, he's very good, very intelligent on the ball, looking to find Costa that time down the side of the centre halves.
Here's one of the real lieutenants for Diego Simeone, Koke. Look at he and Saul last season. Started the vast majority of games. Lots of energy, good players as well. Handanovic. Intent to roll it out to Marcelo Brozovic. What a great summer it was for all those Croatian players. Brozovic, I'm reading the story that he actually came back to training early.
It must be brilliant to come back out of a World Cup where it's gone really well, a bit like the English players as well. You come back feeling really confident. Like you say, Croatia were a different class in the World Cup, and their players must be full of confidence at the moment.
Of course, the one man who hasn't joined him is Luka Modric. We had all those rumours going on over the last few weeks, but latest reports suggesting that Modric will sign a new and improved deal at Real Madrid.
Yeah, it was good agent, wasn't it? Let's make sure that story get out, that he was on his way, and all of a sudden he gets a brand new contract, hopefully.
Stories of a deal that will take his wages level with the club captain Sergio Ramos. Here's Thomas Partey, big breakthrough season for him last time around. Young Ghanaian started 40 games for Simeone. Lovely ball, swept left-hand side. Felipe Luis just couldn't take it in his stride, but he's managed to keep it. Tried to stab it through to the run of Costa.
Yeah, it was good play from Lamar, switched the play to Philip Luis, and he's just trying to play the ball down the outside again for Costa. That little run in behind the centre half, little bit overhit.
You look at Juan Fran on one side and Felipe Luis on the other, the two mainstays as they came through with Simeone, and success came back to Atletico, but competition for places there now. From Juan Fran's point of view, Verschalco might have moved ironically to Inter, but Santiago Arias has come in, and of course Lucas Hernandez, who just had an incredible 2018, making his senior debut for France in March and then going on to win the World Cup. Seemed to be the man in possession, with Felipe Luis having some injuries last season of that left back shirt.
Yeah, definitely, and like you say, they're attacking on all fronts this year with competition, so they need a strong squad, and they've got one presently at the moment. They've plenty of cover in most positions.
Here is Miranda, of course didn't play at this stadium. It's at the Vicente Calderon, where he started for Atletico. Worked inside by Dalbert, back out again by Politano. Clipped in by Brozovic. Icardi looking for the layoff. Slice clearance by Juan Fran. And decisive goalkeeping from Jan Oblak.
Yeah, he did well, Oblak, didn't he? The ball's up in the air a long time. He's got to come over players for you. Here you see it popped up in the air from Cardi. Defender swings at it, and the keeper, so it's a long way up, but he knows he's coming early on. Good goalkeeping, safe hands.
Jan Oblak, another Atletico are apparently trying to tie down to a longer term deal. I guess maybe when they looked at the situation with Alisson at Roma, and maybe people were thinking the fee was so high. But that's what it is for goalkeepers these days, at least at the top level.
Yeah, it's incredible the amount of money thrown around for goalkeepers at the moment, isn't it? But like you say, they're so important to teams, particularly teams that want to pass the ball out, and even teams that want to press. You know, the way to beat the press is have a really good goalkeeper that can pop balls over the press. You know, so it's a really important position. It was always an important position, but now, you know, on the ground.
Oh, Icardi, lovely lay off that. But he was offside. Just looking to set up Lautaro Martinez.
Yeah, it's a great ball over the top here. See, he just gets a little half turn. He's just a half a yard offside of Icardi. He just pops it over the centre half. Touch gets away from him anyway. You're laying it down maybe for a strike, the edge of the box, but he was offside.
I think for any striker, a 29-goal season in Italy, with often a defensive responsibility seen as being on clubs there, is an outstanding campaign. It was his career best tally. A good test for him tonight against someone like Godin and the aggressive Jimenez as well.
Yeah, some return for a striker in Italy, like you say. Defence is very much on top as well, and not in a top 2 team neither, you know. Team that was always playing a little bit of catch up, so it's some return of goals, like I said, for the money they pay from fantastic value.
Scored 44% of Inter's league goals last season. Icardi, next best was Perisic, finished the season on 11. 29 for Icardi was good enough for a joint best in Serie A with Ciro Immobile. Skriniar hooked around the corner by Politano, in from Sassuolo this season. Clever player. Pressure on Saul, and a foul by Vecino.
Yeah, it's great for Politano, like you say. Come in and played with his left foot into Asamoah, come in off the other line.
Touch from Koke. There's Correa. Jimenez on first time. Juan Fran plenty ahead of him. Lemar and Correa, and now Koke. Good run on the far side. Juan Fran looking to get in behind. Lovely pullback as well. And anywhere will do. Slick football from Atletico. Here's Brozovic. And Dalbert calmly looking to pass his way out. Asamoah beaten by Koke. And looked to go early for Diego Costa. Caught a little bit on his heels. D'Ambrosio. Vecino, the Uruguayan international, the man who scored that crucial winning goal against Lazio on the final day of last season.
Yeah, it was a great ball from Koke that time, wasn't it? Yeah, Juan Fran riding down the right hand side like he always does, just didn't pull it back far enough, but a great ball from Koke.
A lively opening 10.5 minutes in Madrid. Atletico, who had a dozen players on World Cup duty. Inter Milan had half of that. Asamoah. He's got an excellent left foot, clever step over from Martinez. Icardi is in. That's a good smothering save from Jan Oblak. Just a little glimpse of maybe that developing partnership between the Argentinians, Lautaro Martinez and Icardi. Inter's most threatening moment so far. Miranda, little triangles, and now Skriniar. Brozovic rolls it on Asamoah. Icardi looking to spin Jimenez.
Yeah, here's the earlier chance, like you say, ball into Asamoah. Good ball into the feet of Icardi. Takes a little touch, goes through the legs of the full-back, and a good save from the goalkeeper. Oblak out to smother him at his feet. Good save, good goalkeeping.
Really good save, Jan Oblak. Strong right hand. That misplaced pass has given Felipe Luis a chance. Gets there. Survives the challenge of D'Ambrosio. Here is Koke. See that run being made again. And Miranda wary of it.
He's come in playing narrow on that left-hand side, Koke, and he's always looking to feed balls in behind for either Costa at times or Correa coming in behind the Inter Milan back four.
It's a little invitation as well, isn't it, for Felipe Luis? Space might be there to run into. Marcelo Brozovic sits it there for Dalbert, and now Miranda. Skriniar, who started every game, all 40 for Spalletti last season, weighed in with 4 goals as well. Felipe Luis, Skriniar on the stretch. Picks out a great ball forward as well. Intercepts and then springs Politano. 2 on the inside, Lautaro Martinez and Icardi. Won't reach either of them though. And Godin clear, but that's a little bit sloppy from Saul. Brozovic knew exactly where Asamoah was. Cleverly done by Asamoah. It's there for Brozovic to strike it. Oblak has spilled it. He had the long arms to reclaim it.
Yeah, it was ambitious from Brozovic, a long way out. Good strike, his left foot right through the ball. One of them just bounces in front of Oblak. Should hang on to it, but gets up nice and quick. This is a save earlier on from him. Good save, comes out at the feet of Icardi, makes a decent save. But spilled the last shot, which he'd be disappointed with, but was quick enough to recover and get it in his hands.
I think what we're certainly seeing tonight is 2 sides who have gone through that pre-season phase and now are on the cusp of the new campaign.
I think that's what's been brilliant about the tournament, is that the games have been played at a real proper tempo. The teams have gone, and the top teams in the world playing against each other in European football, and it's been very, very good. And here you see it's gone on up a step. The Atletico players now, they got a massive game on the horizon against Real Madrid, their big rivals, and Inter Milan players obviously looking to be in the starting lineup for their league campaign coming up shortly.
I think what's been great as well, Pat, about the International Champions Cup this year is we've got a good chance to see some of the young up-and-coming talent in a lot of clubs, and there's 4 on each bench tonight of teenagers, players in their early 20s who are just looking to get that experience. They've been around first-team players for the last few weeks. It's huge for them.
It is fantastic, and like you say, it's great game time for them against real good opposition.
Lautaro Martinez, low centre of gravity, twisting and turning against Jimenez, who stands strong. Worked inside to Partey by Lamar. Jimenez and Koke. The referee will allow the advantage after the handball by Vecino. Partey, room on the left-hand side for Felipe Luis. D'Ambrosio checking there's cover on the inside. Arcing cross, just too strong for Lamar. Chance to get his head up here. Look for support, finds it in Juan Fran. Partey again. Lovely weighted ball forward. Juan Fran wins the corner off Miranda. 4 years they soldiered together in the same Atletico defence. Now, what's the set-piece planning being like in pre-season? Plenty of big men on both sides here. Applauses for Koke. Out-swinging corner to come as we head towards 16 minutes in Madrid. Still 0-0. Deep delivery towards Costa. Lovely touch on the edge of his own area by Lautaro Martinez. Loose ball tidied up by Felipe Luis.
Yeah, and you'd expect Inter Milan to be strong at set pieces, and there's a worry for the manager already with Costa. He doesn't want to lose him. He looks like hopefully it's only a bang in the toy, it's not a strain or anything like that, but I think his own player might have ran into him there, caught his knee, so only back off his holidays as well, so he'll want to get a bit of game time in.
Yeah, maybe a dead leg. Strong challenge by D'Ambrosio on Lamar. Dalbert didn't feature much last season after arriving in from Nice. It's 14 appearances. D'Ambrosio inside. Versatile operator D'Ambrosio, neither full-back position. Of course, anyone playing right back for Inter these days is following in the illustrious footsteps of Javier Zanetti. One of the all-time greats.
Yeah, they've had some defenders over the years, haven't they? Fantastic players, and like you say, they pride themselves on that end of the game as well as anything else.
Partey. It's a bit of a loose one. He's given Juan Fran some work to do there.
Yeah, as we'd say, that was a bit of a hospital ball, wasn't it? It was, you know, in between.
Asamoah. And now Brozovic, seen plenty of it in the early stages. Marcelo Brozovic roared into the second half of last season. After the first half was a little bit under par by his standards. Icardi. The referee will blow the whistle this time. That's been quite a battle. The Argentinian Icardi against the Uruguayan Jose Jimenez. And Jimenez leaving a calling card or two.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit late here, Jimenez. Like I say, Cardi just lays it off. Not a lot in it, just maybe catches him slightly. But here's the incident with Costa. It's actually not. It's Inter Milan player that crashes into him.
Asamoah.
Yeah, Asamoah maybe in the hip. He's a big boy, Asamoah, as well. So he's giving him a fair belt there. But he'd be okay. He's running her off already, Costa.
Cardi is going to have a look at this. No surprise in that. It's like Politano is there as well. It takes something special from this distance to beat that man. Icardi's moved away. The left and a right-footed option. Brozovic the right. Not going to be Brozovic, something a little bit different as they roll it out left-hand side. Good crossing chance for Dalbert. Tempting ball in as well, headed away by Saul. And the effort on the follow-up fizzes over the bar from Politano.
Yeah, it's a good free kick, like you say. Every player involved in it for Inter Milan. 8 in the box, comes back out to Politano. Just half volley, very hard to get over. But like I say, at the free kick at the start, 2 on the ball, 8 in the box. Every player involved in the set piece. Great to see. And a half volley from Politano. Very, very hard to keep that down.
And Politano, who made his Italian debut back in May against Saudi Arabia, started out at Roma, never made the breakthrough there. And did well in a couple of seasons at Sassuolo, scored against Inter in a win at the San Siro for Sassuolo last season, which I'd imagine didn't hurt his cause in terms of signing and moving up the ladder. D'Ambrosio's throw in. Lovely take, turn and pass from Martinez. There goes Dalbert again, testing the recovery of Lamar. Brozovic, Asamoah. And this one from him.
Yeah, that's poor from Asamoah. But like you say, it'd be interesting to see with Lamar as well, because we know he can go forward and he wants to attack. But in his team, on his team, you've got to be able to do both ends of the pitch. And in fairness to him, so far he's worked tremendously hard down that right hand side. Inter Milan will be happy with their start. I think they passed the ball quite well. Atletico a little bit sloppy in some of their passing, but in a good tempo to the game.
The take from Costa and the layoff for Koke, and then it's Saul out to the right hand side and Juan Fran. Here is Lamar, and Brozovic gets to him quickly. Thomas Lamar, part of that Monaco side that got all the way to the Champions League semi-finals a couple of seasons back. Side that's been picked apart since then. Layoff from Correa. Correa wants it again, played onside by Skriniar. He rolls it across the 6-yard box and no one there to take advantage. Politano back very deep in his own half. Played on the chest by Godin, and then it's Partey onto Juan Fran. A very advanced position again for the right back. Extravagant from Koke, and he gets it back again on his left foot, thrashed it goalwards. Charged down by D'Ambrosio. Approaching the midway point of the first half, really good contest so far. Two sides who, well, who knows, they might run into each other down the line in the Champions League this season.
Yeah, Koke's had a very good start to the game. He's playing on that left-hand side, but not as a wide player.
Lovely ball bent forward by the left foot of Felipe Luis. Here's Costa. Koke, Felipe Luis again. To escape the attentions of Vecino. Saul. Great feed from Thomas Partey, and Lamar back with Partey again. Slick move from Simeone's side. Felipe Luis with the cross, headed away by Skriniar.
Yeah, like I said earlier, is what it does with Koke playing inside. It allows Philip Luis to bomb down that side of the pitch, which he loves doing. And there you see they're in again down that side. Good feed from Partey that time. Little ball into Lamar, little one around the corner.
That midfield selection will be big now for Simeone this season, with Rodri coming in. Over 20 million to bring him back to the club where he started out. He'll be expecting to be starting. The parties there, Saul, Koke. Good, strong athletic options for Simeone. Gelson Martins as well, we should mention. One of those who abandoned Sporting in all those difficult circumstances in the summer. Here from Atletico again. Correa slips it through, and Miranda did just enough. Saw the run of Diego Costa.
I think the referee's given a free out for pulling the jersey. He won't think it was the wrong ball from him there. That's typical Costa, isn't he? He's in trouble already.
The referee's having none of it. Something said that he took exception to.
Yeah, we see it here, the breakaway, great counter-attack again. I think it's Correa picks it up inside here, and Costa's made a great run. Bravo opens the whole pitch up from Marmar on the other side. Maybe he hangs on and just rolls it to his right-hand side. Costa's being covered by two defenders. He's not happy with the referee, as per usual. He picks up a yellow card.
How's your lip reading? I think you could see his case. I don't think there was much of a foul on Dalbert, if there was one at all.
No, he's a little bit lucky there, Costa. He's a little bit hard done by, but like, we know him so well now that any decision that goes against him, he wants to have a scrapping around with a referee. I suppose it's part of his makeup at this stage.
He is a Simeone player, isn't he? Often they say that teams are cast in the mould of their manager.
Yeah, he works tremendously hard for his team. He knows where his manager wants, and he drives that from the front. And like you say, all good teams defend properly from the front, and he sends out a great message to the rest of his players. He works tremendously hard. He's still having to go to the referee. I think he needs to be very careful. He's offside. It's a good call to the linesman because he's fractionally offside, but he is offside.
Time for a little bit of a breather as we hit 25 minutes. Still no goals. A good contest so far. Two sides fine-tuning. As we mentioned earlier, Atletico Madrid have the UEFA Super Cup against Real Madrid in Tallinn in Estonia on the 15th. So that's midweek coming up, and then they will open their league campaign next weekend. Following weekend away against Valencia at the Mestalla. Don't face Real Madrid until they go to the Bernabeu at the end of September. And don't face Barcelona until the end of November, when Barcelona will come here. So a chance to get some points on the board. And last season, look back to last season, Pat, they lost just one of their first 26 league games. Just the finish of the campaign wasn't quite at that standard.
Yeah, like you say, maybe that's where they've strengthened the squad. Just to see the one with Costa earlier on, it's a very harsh free kick against him. He just gets sandwiched between two players, and he's disappointed, and rightly so. But obviously, he can't go over the top like he done. But they are a fantastic team to watch, and maybe that corrupted them late on in the season last year because they worked so tremendously hard for their manager and the way they play the game.
Well, this is one of the best chances of the game so far. Icardi drawing an excellent save from Jan Oblak. Jan Oblak, maybe not so clever on this one, but he got a second chance at it. The effort from Brozovic. He managed to get there before Icardi. Mentioning Atletico's flying start to last season, Inter had it as well under Spalletti. Didn't lose a league game until December the 16th. Had a little wobble from that point for 8 or 9 games, but recovered. Their overall campaign saw them improve by 10 points, conceded 19 less goals, and I think this man, Skriniar, was a big part of that.
Yeah, and I think that's what the Inter Milan supporters are happy with. They've seen a team improve. Obviously, they're not where they want to be, long way behind the leaders, but they're making progress, and that's what they got. They're back into the Champions League. Massive club, Inter Milan, huge history and pedigree. So when the supporters see a team improving, I think they can live with it and wait. Hopefully that'll kick on again this season.
Good managerial appointment as well. Spalletti coming in, some great years at Roma. Knows how he likes to play, likes that 4-2-3-1 system at Roma. It was Totti spearheading it up front. He's got the man that's intended for Icardi, leading the line at Inter.
Yeah, and in that system it's really important, your striker, because he is alone a lot of the time. You're trying to get people to him for the three behind him, but really important that he's a top player, able to hold the ball in, link the play, and create chances that they do. And obviously Icardi's record is fantastic for Inter Milan.
You need those wide players as well, don't you, as well? And we said Perisic has been a star, but on the odd occasion that he mightn't be available, Asamoah looks a good pick-up. And down the right-hand side, Candreva, as we said, we wonder if his future will be at Inter. Longer term, he's been an excellent operator down that right-hand side. Keita Balda apparently on his way, and Lautaro Martinez, Politano coming in. Options.
Yeah, plenty of options. Like you say, when you're playing that system, that three behind the striker, they've got to be really mobile, be able to change positions, not be stuck in the wing, come inside, play off the line. Maybe the three of them can play in the number 10 at times as well. So really important players for the system the manager want to play. They're strong at the back, like you say, big help with the goals this year. Didn't concede as many, so he's obviously working that side of the team as well.
I think with respect to Danilo D'Ambrosio, who is a full-back, Verschalko's arrival might maybe add a little bit more from right back. And D'Ambrosio, those we mentioned earlier, also capable of playing on the left-hand side, so that might be an option for the manager as well, depending on how Dalbert goes in pre-season. We mentioned the centre halves as well. It's Skriniar and Miranda tonight. Stefan de Vrij coming in on a free from Lazio, Dutch international. It's a canny piece of business as well.
Yeah, and like you say, as they are back in Europe, back in the Champions League, so there's going to be plenty of games for them, and the squad is important. That they don't start again and fall away through the season through maybe tiredness or using the same players all the time.
It will be a test of Inter Milan this season. Around the corner from Politano. And Atletico look to spring. There's the pace of Skriniar, and Danovic taking no chances anyway. Danovic last season, his best defensive campaign in terms of league goals conceded. He started every league game, conceded just 30 in 38 games. But you're looking at sides who defensively get it right. It's certainly Atletico Madrid. So difficult to score against. You look back to last season in Serie A, 22 goals conceded. Season before, 27. If you're going to win trophies, as they have been doing under Simeone, well, that's where you start. There's Koke. Now Lamar, sharp turn. D'Ambrosio sticking with him. Neatly done by Thomas Lamar. Koke trying to get back onto his right foot. No nonsense centre half defending from Skriniar.
And he just pushed him aside, didn't he, Koke?
Touched by Lautaro Martinez out to the left-hand side. Asamoah and Dalbert in tandem. And that's towards Martinez again. Can he get there? Oh, what a goal! What an outstanding goal from Lautaro Martinez. You're right, in Italy, with a big reputation. And the 20-year-old Argentinian has produced an astonishing finish.
Yeah, Madrid not happy about the foul in the corner, like we said on Koke, but it's a long way to go. It's in the corner, it broke up the pitch, and like you say, what a finish, absolutely fantastic finish from Martinez. Here we see Asamoah, I think, picks the ball up just in his own half, canters over the halfway line, gets his head up and pings the ball to the back post, and Martinez makes a fantastic run. What about that for a finish? Both feet off the ground, right foot volley. Here we see Asamoah, brilliant ball to the back post, great finish from Martinez, top class.
How big could this young man be this year? As the foil to Mauro Icardi, well, that is astonishing. From Lautaro Martinez, the man who, as we said, had a medical with Atletico last December. A few years ago, Real Madrid wanted him. He said he just wasn't ready to make that move, stayed at Racing. Well, Inter got the man they were after, and at pre-season it might just be, but I'm sure the Inter fans will be just buzzing in anticipation of what he might do this season.
Oh, they will be licking their lips, particularly after that finish. Fantastic finish. Here he is again.
Glides on the inside of Saul. Icardi just had to hold his run to make sure he didn't go offside, and now Godin has sent Icardi into the cameraman. Maybe in his younger days there might have been a reaction from Mauro Icardi, but he wears the armband these days, so...
Yeah, credit to him. He could have made something of that. He didn't get in, just brushed them aside straight into the cameraman, like you say, but no damage done. Here's the foul earlier on. This would have given out about Madrid. You know, it could have been a free kick. Seen it given all right, but it's a long way to go down the pitch to score from there, so...
You mentioned as well the ball from Asamoah, and we were talking about his left foot earlier, and just what a good pickup he could be. He mightn't start every game this season, of course, with Perisic coming in. It might move him back to left back. As we said, it's all about options for Luciano Spalletti, but with the quality that he has on that left boot, and it was just dropped onto the outstretched leg of Martinez. Still needed finishing, and what a finish.
Yeah, but what Martinez gives him from that 10 is he's gone beyond the striker a lot of times, where Icardi last year, everything's played up to him, runners to him, but this time Hernandez is the one trying to get beyond him at times, and we've seen it there with that last ball, and obviously for the goal as well.
So Atletico Madrid behind. Here's Felipe Luis inside to Saul. Thomas Partey. Atletico probing left and right. Juan Fran to squeeze it down the line towards Lamar. And Miranda certainly fancies himself in the physical battle. Just a little bit too physical for the referee's liking.
Yeah, he's a bit bigger than you say than Lamar. Having another look at it there, could have been a free kick, there's no doubt about it. It could have been a free kick, but what a ping this is. Fantastic ball with his left foot, and how about that for a finish? He's in the air, great finish.
Now, there is VAR in effect tonight, but I don't think the referee is going to bring it back onto the protests of Koke for a free kick down the other end. That VAR will get involved in that.
I think they've got a concern about how the ball goes from that end of the pitch and they can see the goal, not worry about a free kick that wasn't given.
Just shows the competitive nature of all of these players. Still question decisions when they feel they've been hard done by. Swung in by Partey, it was a chance, and it was Godin. And I think it was Koke, was it, or Saul, getting too close to each other.
I think it was Saul, and yeah, like you say, great ball in again from Koke, great delivery off set pieces, and Godin and Saul get in each other's way.
That was an opportunity for that man's side, and he knows it. There's that ball again from Politano on his left foot, and Inter are rolling, and options down this right hand side. Here's the goal scorer, looking to turn provider this time. By any means necessary from Juan Fran, who tucked in well from right back, saw the danger. Icardi was in the penalty area, Asamoah was in the penalty area.
Yeah, you can see the goal has given them the confidence into Milan, passing the ball around really well, great movement from all the players in the midfield area, nice and comfortable on the ball and getting in behind Atletico's. But what they're doing well, they're giving Atletico a bit of their own medicine. They're going and pressing the ball high up the pitch.
And they'll be wondering how close they can get in Serie A this season, but of course Juventus bringing in a certain Cristiano Ronaldo, Leonardo Bonucci returning to the club as well. Incredibly, Juventus going chasing what would be an 8th straight Serie A title, the last side outside of them to win it, AC Milan in 2011. They've also brought in young Mattia Perrin to take the goalkeeper's shirt from the departed Buffon. Here is Partey, out to Juan Fran. Lamar, twisting, turning. Koke. Crowd appreciating the footwork, but all the time being pushed out by Brozovic. And eventually it's back on the halfway line with Jimenez. Godin, lovely weight on that. Tank goalwards by Lamar, it breaks for Juan Fran. A bit more on that to find Angel Correa. We've not really mentioned Correa in this first half.
No, I thought he started off okay, but he's drifted out of the game. Like I say, he's playing that little position behind Costa at times, but he hasn't got on the ball really.
We wonder, will there be 45 minutes, maybe half an hour for Antoine Griezmann at some point, but of course we'll wait for Super Cup to come on Wednesday against Real Madrid. That will be in the back of the minds as well. Here's Asamoah, out to Dalbert. First half that has whizzed by, just 8 minutes to go. The first half illuminated by an absolutely astonishing goal from Lautaro Martinez. There is Politano, who's been sharp down the right-hand side and in off that right-hand side as well for Spalletti's Inter.
Yeah, it's been very good. Politano, his passing has been really crisp and precise.
Miranda. And Brozovic, lovely touch inside to Vecino. Sees the game well, Brozovic. D'Ambrosio and Vecino again. Chips it out to the left-hand side. Dalbert has a little look. Looks to swing in the cross, too high for Riccardi, not enough on it for Martinez, and claimed by Oblak. Koke for Costa. Monfrat. Now Partey. Quite pass he was looking for, at least not the pass Lamar was looking for. There's Vecino. D'Ambrosio. Remember, this is an Inter with Verschalko, Nainggolan, Perisic to come into the equation. Martinez looking left. Brozovic backing up the play again. Dalbert and Asamoah. Looking confident in possession, Inter. That one headed away by Jimenez. Godin. Koke. Correa. Chance to get turned, sets it there beautifully for Koke again. Here comes Juan Fran. Crossed on the 18-yard line. Felipe Luis. Costa. And Aleo for Lamar. That's for Felipe Luis again, and he's in. Well, it was an enterprising run. The left back who popped up in the number 10 position and then in the penalty area just couldn't find the finish.
Yeah, you won't get tired of watching that goal. It's a fantastic finish, isn't it? Over his head as well, having to keep his eye on it and get the volley on target. Fantastic finish.
Well, normally you get the replay of the previous chance of Felipe Luis. That's completely been glossed over.
Yeah, and he was involved in it a couple of times, Felipe Luis, wasn't he? He played a little 1-2 and followed his run to the middle of the pitch, ended up in the number 10 position and nearly ended up in the goal-scoring position. And that's what he does. He does want to bomb forward a lot.
Jimenez looking to get touch tight against Icardi. Maybe got there too quickly, skimmed off his head. The piece is picked up here by Partey. Koke and Saul and Felipe Luis once more. Costa, a ragged looking defensive line that time from Inter. Partey. Nice crisp pass for Felipe. His cross could have been a lot better.
Yeah, it's too easy for the goalkeeper, isn't it? It's hung up there and he's out to get his hands on it nice and easy.
Lovely turn from Politano. He's left Felipe Luis in his wake. Lautaro Martinez dancing between two and winning the free kick. Easy that for Handanovic. Dalbert. As Lamar thought he could nick it. Brozovic. Lifted forward towards Icardi. Martinez, sharp turn, Politano. Almost on it. Good challenge from Godin, who spotted the danger.
Non giochi con la squadra, vai sempre da solo, vai, non giochi.
It's the voice of Luciano Spalletti, you can hear down below. Correa to Juan Fran. Partey. Sharp turn from Correa. Strong challenge though from Skriniar. He'll have to go again. Koke. Oh, it's a lovely ball through. Great chance, Correa for 1-1. Well, he's hardly been in this first half. A lovely pick out and a very cool finish from Angel Correa. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half, and it's 1-1.
Llega el gol del empate del Atlético de Madrid en esta International Champions Cup. Marca con el dorsal número 10, Ángel Correa.
Yeah, like you say, he hasn't been in the game too much, but feels himself in a good position here. To get a little bit of luck here, a little ricochet, little round the corner pass, tossed back in, and clearance is poor, straight to him. He just plays it in behind Koke again, picks the ball up the edge of the box into Correa. Good finish right hand side. Had a little look at the lines, maybe thought he was offside himself, but here we see it. I think he's just marginally onside, but good finish. Get a good view from here. Ball in, Koke picks it up, and it's very, very tight. Very tight decision.
Well, Correa did the right thing. Finished the ball first. They're going to go to VAR with this. So, just wonder if it will be celebrations cut short. Correa did what you have to do, didn't he? Just finished the ball and finished it very tidily.
Yeah, he did both things. In fairness, he had a look for the flag and he finished it. So
it's been ruled out. He was marginally offside. Inter looking to take advantage of that. Here's Martinez again, winning his side the free, and Atletico fans feeling nothing's going their way at the moment. Not sure if you're a fan of VAR or not, Pat.
I'm a fan of it in them situations where, you know, it's a definitive, where it's a penalty or it's offside, or in the other one where the ball is over the line, that technology. But in relation to penalty kicks, so I think it's a difficult one, because I think the referee's got to make a decision in them ones where I think it's definitive with the offside, you know, the ball over the line or penalty. You know, it is, the penalty one is difficult for me to accept, because I think you're taking a lot of the responsibility waiting the referee, and he's only human. He is going to make mistakes, and it is a talking point in the game as well when the referee makes mistakes. But it should improve the game if it cuts out some of the mistakes, but I think you can take it too far at times as well.
Politano swept on first time by Brozovic. Asamoah, and now Dalbert. Final seconds of this first half at the Wanda Metropolitano. Still that wonder goal from Lautaro Martinez between the sides.
Yeah, and they would have been disappointed going in at half-time into Milan if they hadn't been in the lead, because they played quite well in the first half and deservedly in the lead, I think.
1 minuto de descuento en esta primera parte.
1 minute to be added on. As the ball is at the feet of Matthias Vecino. Now back with Miranda, D'Ambrosio and Skriniar. Layoff from Icardi. Icardi runs right, and Icardi fed in by Martinez. Drives his cross in low, clearance comes as far as Politano, who opted not to hit it first time. And Felipe Luis was waiting for him.
Yeah, I think he was trying to con Felipe Luis, too clever for that, too experienced, just trying to guide him in and then dink it over him and then finish. But it's coming exactly to him on his left foot, put his foot through and bend it in the far corner.
It seemed to be there perfectly for him. Seen him play those lovely balls in off this right hand side on his left foot in the first half. Opted not to take that one on, and the chance was gone. Koke. Referee reluctant to blow the whistle, even though we've gone over the 1 extra minute, but he will blow it now. And at half time, it's Inter who lead this International Champions Cup game by a goal to nil. It's the offside, and it's the correct decision, denying Correa the equaliser. Much to the annoyance of the Atletico fans, but on the replay you can see clear-cut decision. And as a result of that, it's the Lautaro Martinez wonder goal, which came just after the half-hour mark, that sees Spalletti's Inter Milan go into the dressing rooms at half-time leading by a goal to nil.